Welcome to another episode of In the Line of Wire with me, Jahara. We have with us a very interesting young man today, Mr. Yusuf Jan, who runs a company called Mixit. So let's hear from him. Why the name Mixit, Yusuf?
Hi, Jahan.
Hi.
Why the name Mixit? And I really liked the young part in my what do you call introduction.
Well, you are young.
You don't have to say anything else, but just say that we have here a young man.
Right.
Why Mixit? Nothing. I mean, there's like most other companies, or like when you ask, there's always a story behind that. At Mixit, there really is no story. It's just that when we were naming this company, one of the partners stressed that we're going to have a mixed bag of services and solutions and ideas and all. And one of the partners really wanted the term information technology in the name. And the third partner said, well, then why don't we just do Mix IT, which is Mixit.
Okay.
And it's just as sweet, as simple as that. And we mentioned it when we mentioned it to like a few people on the street to our clients. The first reaction was a nice smile. And that's the day we sort of decided that that's the name we're going to keep.
Okay, so you're
short
making
and
people
sweet,
happy.
and somehow it makes people smile.
Okay, and it's easy to remember.
And it's easy to remember also. And when the financial markets really go down in the world, we can always start a subsidiary jam and jelly company or a mixed nuts company, and we could still retain the corporate status.
Terrific. Yeah. I hope the financial markets don't go down to the extent that something happens to Mixit IT.
But I mean, as a true professional, one must always have a backup plan.
Be prepared.
Yes.
Yeah. Disaster recovery.
So if we ever don't do well, you know where we're going. We'll probably be a jam and jelly company somewhere in the world.
No, I like the company the way it is. Tell us a little bit about Mixit and what goes on there. What's it all about?
Well, in a nutshell, Mixit is a financial technology provider to the big brokerage houses, the big investment banks. Right now, with the focus in the USA, we're basically a two-faceted company. One is where we are a routing network, and we've over the last 3-4 years been able to grow it very significantly in the USA, where we now compete with the likes of Bloomberg and Reuters and Charles Rivers and McGregor's and all. And we are an international order routing network in the sense that we provide a connectivity to all the liquidity destinations, all the exchanges, the ECNs, the algorithmic destinations, the dark pools, all the other routing networks of the world. So we are a routing network, and then the second facet of Mixit is that we are a very high-end trading platform provider, a service bureau model, where right now literally hundreds of brokerage firms across maybe half of the United States are using our service bureau and using our trading technology to send order flow to all of these destinations that I just mentioned.
That's amazing. And all the development work for these products took place in Pakistan?
Yes, from day one, Mixit was started in 2001. That's when I came back from New York, and I hired my first team of young software engineers in Karachi. From that day on, 2001 up till now, every line of code so far has been written out of Karachi by the software engineers of this wonderful city.
And what's your experience been of these engineers? I'm sure it's, again, a mixed bag.
Yes.
But you still have some of the people who joined you, employee number 1 and 2 and 3. How have you retained these people?
Well, I don't know really. I mean, I haven't ever had a formal way of retaining people, or I don't really think about it that much. It's just, I don't know, I just utilized the years of experience that I had, the wonderful stuff that I learned. Most of my professional career was in New York. So I was fortunate to work with very dynamic managers, international people who were very fair with me, who were very merit oriented. And I had a wonderful time in my 11-12 years in the corporate world in New York. And I guess without, in a subconscious way, I was just applying whatever, however, the way in which I was treated, I guess in a very subconscious way, I was treating people. When I made a team, I was treating people with all the learnings that I had from these wonderful people in New York. Okay. And so I guess, keeping an environment very flat keeping your core and your team very, very near to you, rather than having a lot of bureaucracy and secretaries and executive assistants and all. I still don't have them. I didn't have them from day one. So just keeping a very casual, professionally casual, a light-hearted environment, expecting people to give their best, giving them a very merit-oriented environment, I think worked for me. I won't use big buzzwords or big case studies and organizational behavior topics and all. It's just being as simple as you can. And
okay, now some of the people who joined you in the very beginning have now taken a leadership role in your organization.
Yes.
And they've grown obviously because of the leeway that you provided and the experience. How has that been, and are they able to command the same kind of respect from the new people that you've hired?
Yes, they are. It's a Mixit, from the day that it started and where it is right now is, it's like in a whole different league and a whole different level. And what we've able to accomplish in itself creates a sense of awe, for youngsters when they come into our company and look at the challenging work that they will be asked to do, and the teams that they'll be asked to be a part of. In that sense, when they look at, like say, the 5 or 6 core senior guys who started Mixit, as literally as fresh graduates, maybe one of them even started as an intern, but now are responsible and recognized for writing world-class technology that runs some of the most powerful trading platforms. There's billions of dollars that go through our service bureau, so it's a very responsible platform, and the monitoring and maintaining of it is also a very responsible task. So the youngsters, when they come in and this environment that they see, I think immediately creates in them a real respect for the same Karachi seniors that they see managing all of this, interacting with our customers, with our New York team. It's 24/7 environment. There's conference calls going on at 3 a.m., 6 a.m. There's troubleshooting, there are incidents, and it's all very global. There's like 600 destinations that we reach out and connect to. So as these teams come in and look at this environment, I know that there is a sense of awe and there is a sense of respect for the core youngsters who now lead Mixit.
What about the reaction of your partners who are on Wall Street? I'm sure initially they were a little nervous about having the development done in Pakistan and what kind of people and professionalism they would have to deal with. How do they feel, and what has their experience been with these young people? Have they become more comfortable working with them?
Yes, they're definitely, there is no sense of doubt at our senior partner level or even at our team level in New York about the capabilities and about the delivery capabilities of the engineering team in Karachi. There's absolutely no doubt. Now it's sort of a given that any technology challenge that will be sent out to Karachi, it's sort of a given that it will be delivered. There's never a discussion, there's never a sense of doubt that there's going to be failure out of Karachi from the team. So now we are, when my team now, when our team now delivers, let's say a challenging project, it's very easy for us to say, that for us the technology challenge was never a challenge. We trust you guys, we know your capability, we know you'll deliver. So now we're trying to just find, small look and feel gaps in their projects. Can't you make it more beautiful? Can't you make it more
more demanding?
Yes. So we will become more demanding, more on a superficial
or
on a cosmetic part rather than on the really challenging core systems. Okay. It's a given from our team to our, I think, nearly 200 customers of ours. They can all vouch that Mixit's technology, and they all know that the technology is written in Karachi. A lot of them interact with our team members in Karachi. And I've heard, I myself frequent New York a lot, and I've heard tremendous compliments from my clients. Usually, the main compliment is that, hey, you guys do magic. We don't know how you guys do it, but you guys do magic. So
that's what what you're there for. Tell me, you've started now, naturally being a business, you've got to have a disaster recovery plan in place. And so you've started moving some of your support team and some of your senior people to the US and to Dubai. How has that worked out, the change in environment and all that? How have the...
It is, it's it's something that we started maybe last year, especially given the regional situations in this part of the world. We had to be more responsible towards our business and towards our clients. So in that sense, but again, in our responsibility, the first set of plans that we made was to retain this team and start moving at least the people who are very core to Mixit into the US, some to Dubai, but mostly they're all on their way to US, where we should be able to say to our shareholders and our customers and our industry that the core systems of Mixit have no dependency outside of the US.
Okay.
So we're shooting for that sort of a target to move some of our very, very core people who are very essential for our day-to-day running into US. Meanwhile, we intend to keep growing our presence in Pakistan and maybe even establish a few other regional development centers.
Okay, terrific. But at Mixit, you also have fun. Tell us a little about the fun things that you do. I know you had a party on the roof of Mixit.
Yeah, that was the Thanksgiving dinner. I was actually on my way to New York just after Thanksgiving, so I was like, why not? It's one of the holidays in US that I really it's very close to my heart, and it's a holiday that's been embraced by every American. A local, an existing American, or a newly arrived American, the immigrant population. Everybody seems to have really embraced that one holiday. We should have something like that here. Thanksgiving is just
to give thanks.
It's just a day of giving thanks, to whoever you believe in, for bestowing a good fortune and good health on you. It's a day when families get together and just have a nice quiet dinner at night. So this year I really wanted to I was missing not having Thanksgiving with my family because a lot of them are in New York. So my team is my family. So I was like why don't you all those who are married, I asked them to bring their spouses. We had a nice musical evening and like 3-4 hours of fun. We did great food and everything. Just a very beautiful evening.
Okay, terrific.
Yeah. Besides that, we do we try to go out bowling. We try to have dinners. We always discuss picnics, but we do have a lot of fun. We have some of our youngsters who are musicians. So and
you yourself sing.
I hum. I don't really sing.
No.
I'm a great hummer. I think you can have a lot of fun in your 9 to 6 environment. You don't really have. Of course, you want to get out, but I just want to be wherever I go. I like to create an environment very quickly within minutes, where it's relaxed and there's a sense of humor. And even when I'm sitting with the team evaluating the work, I make sure that that the ice is broken and that the room is very relaxed. And I try to have a lot of fun when I'm having lunch with my team, or when I'm when we're sitting down in the cafeteria. There's always the weirdest topics are being discussed. There's a great rigor and sometimes arguments going on. I think that's a lot of fun.
It's healthy.
Yes, it's very healthy.
So Yusuf, everybody tells us these are challenging times and companies are laying off people all over the globe. So what's happening at Mixit? Are you being careful about the people that you take on? Are you laying off people? What's the status there?
Yes, well, definitely are trying times. Wall Street is in trouble, and so is the rest of the world, and we are sitting right there square on Wall Street. However, in these troubling times, there are definitely opportunities. As big companies are shaken, smaller companies, it definitely creates a room and a vacuum for smaller companies like us who are hungry enough, who are, to grow and to take their place. So we are experiencing growth rather than a decline.
Oh, that's nice.
We definitely want to be cautiously optimistic, I think is the right word, but we are definitely optimistic. There's a lot of growth at Mixit. We are hiring in the US. We're definitely hiring right here in Karachi. There's at least room for another 30 people at Mixit that we are hiring, and our need is ASAP, software engineers, quality assurance engineers, global support engineers, client services, network engineers. So definitely we're trying to at least ramp up to being a 100% company in Karachi, and for that we need to hire at least another 35 people immediately.
That's great to know. I'm sure the young people out there will be delighted to hear that there are companies still looking for good engineers. So they can contact you, or they can
Definitely.
write to
they can write
jobs
to
at Mixit Technologies.
jobs at mixittechnologies.com, or you can send me an email at yjan@mixittechnologies.com.
Great. Thank you for being with us.
Thank
you very much, Yusuf. It's been great having you here, and hopefully we'll have you back one day soon.
Thank you very much.
That was Mr. Yusuf Jan of Mixit Technologies. It was great to have him here and learn about what Mixit is up to. And there's growth happening in Mixit, and young people going off also to Dubai and the US to continue the business continuity plan that Mixit has because it's a professional company. We'll talk to Yusuf again soon, and maybe to some of the young people who work at Mixit, to really find out whether it's as fun a place as Yusuf makes it out to be. This is Jahara from In the Line of Wire. See you again soon.